Good morning and welcome to John Beck. This is your principal, Mr. Lin, and I hope that you had a wonderful Wednesday yesterday. Today is Thursday, September 7th, 2023, and it is a day A once again. Now, before we kick off this wonderful day, I want you to please stand and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Go ahead and take a seat. I'm so happy that you are here in school. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. The fact that you are in school automatically made my day better. I love seeing you guys. I love hearing you guys in the hallways. I love seeing the best parts of you, right? You guys helping each other out. Lending a listening ear, lending a helping hand, being good friends, supportive friends, friends that actually expect the best out of their friends, right? So if that's who you are, I want you to keep that up. All right. Now, here at the school, we've got 3 expectations. You already know what they are. Number 1, be respectful to yourself as well as to others. And I mean that. Be respectful to yourself. You deserve it. Number 2, show that you're responsible with the things that you are in charge of, that you have control over. Your belongings, for instance. Being responsible for those things, but then also being responsible in taking care of other people, right? You might not control everything, but you can certainly be a good friend, right? Being a good friend is not just respectful, but it's also responsible. And number 3, show that you are ready to learn. Now, one of the things that I want to ask you guys to do when it comes to respect, responsibility, and readiness is to think about how we are in the cafeteria. So there's a couple things that I'm really proud of you for. Okay, and I'm going to start with this, and I really wanted to share this with you. We've had some parent volunteers helping out in the cafeteria, and almost all of them have left the cafeteria saying they feel good. And this is why. They see you boys and girls being respectful and helping each other out. Last year, if you were here at the school, we talked about just being good about not just throwing our trash away, but just gently putting it into the trash can, making sure that corner where Mr. Dave is, along with the trash can, just being as neat as possible. In fact, most of you guys are even remembering to stack your trays whenever you have those plastic trays to turn in. And the hardest part is how you line up, waiting for your teacher to come pick you up. So those are some great things, okay? Now, this is what I want to ask you guys to do, and that's this, okay? There are some things that we can bring to the cafeteria that are going to be helpful, and maybe you're a fast eater, and once you're done eating, you might need something to do, okay? So bringing a book, that is awesome. Yeah, you can bring a book. Bring some paper and a pencil to draw, right? That's awesome. You can certainly do that. Once again, if you're a fast eater and you finish early, okay? Depending on whether your teacher's comfortable with it, right? And whether you can actually handle it. If you can play a board game and do it well and not be disruptive and all of a sudden have everyone out of their seats, maybe like older kids, definitely, some of you guys really like chess. Maybe you got a friend that you want to play chess with. That's cool too. Some of our older kids too also may be into the Challenge 24, those cards, right? And that you get a small group of kids to play that, and that's fine. And again, you got to know yourself well. Like if you're going to get out of hand and you're going to get too loud, maybe that's not what you want to choose, okay? But a couple things I'm going to ask you guys not to bring to the cafeteria. Number 1 are Pokemon cards. And I've said this last year, and Pokemon cards really shouldn't show up. Unfortunately, we've got a lot of kids who are so into them that we get hurt feelings when they get traded, and people don't want them traded, and you want to have it returned, or people think that someone took it unfairly, all of that stuff. Unfortunately, that's something that I feel like is going to cause more anxiety, more nervousness. So we don't want Pokemon cards. The other thing, too, are Rubik's Cubes. Now, I think Rubik's Cubes are actually really cool. I do. I'm not really good at figuring them out. But unfortunately, we've got a lot of Rubik's Cubes that are changing hands, and we've got some food allergies and things like that. And I know that Ms. Stein asked a lot of us to not share the Rubik's Cubes, but we know it's still happening. So unfortunately, that's something we're going to ask you guys not to bring to the cafeteria. Not to mention that it seems to be causing too much of a ruckus among people. Okay, so some of you guys might not think that the Pokemon cards or the Rubik's Cubes are a big deal. I'm asking you guys to help us out, right? Okay, we're kind of seeing the big picture, how the cafeteria is working. There's a lot of good things you can bring to the cafeteria, and you guys are responsible with it. More power to you. Other things I'm asking you guys not to bring to the cafeteria. I actually think it's going to help you. It's also then going to help our cafeteria be even better. Okay. And once again, speaking of that nervousness and anxiety, don't forget, get some of that breathing in. Take a few breaths, get that air into your belly. Listen. See the things that are right in front of you, and look for the great things in this life, right? The blessings, right? Make sure you notice those. Okay, there's a lot of things that can make me feel sad or nervous or angry, but there's a lot of things right here that sometimes I forget about, right under my nose, that make me feel happy, right? And let's not ignore the things that make us sad, but let's also not ignore the things that make us happy. Okay, I'm not going to do a breathing exercise today with you guys, but I know some of you guys do like the smelling of the flower and blowing the candle. I want you to keep it up. Maybe you're coming up with your own breathing technique. In the next few weeks, I'm going to be sharing some other breathing exercises that maybe you will like. Okay, so I do have one announcement, and it's the same announcement I shared yesterday, and that's this for our 5th and 6th grade students. If you're interested in playing a musical instrument this year, make sure to pick up an information packet from our main office or from Miss Horton, our music teacher. All right. Listen, before I wrap up, I want you to hear it from me because I mean this. I love you. I care about you. I'm here to encourage you. Everything that I share with you, things that I need you to do, things I need you to not do, things that I want to compliment you for, it's because I love you, okay? And I care about you. And I want you to have an amazing day with your teacher, okay? So go into this day, today. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about yesterday. Today. And make sure to try to meet that challenge of sharing that you love, care, or encourage somebody. Could be your friend, could be your teacher, yeah, even your principal. Let him know that you love, care, or encourage. There might even be a guy that looks like me wearing a mustache, apparently I heard about. It's kind of sort of in the cafeteria. He even he needs to love, care, and encourage, okay? So without further ado, I want you to go enjoy today. Spread the love, care, and encourage. Even say thank you. Say thank you to your teachers or the friends who have stuck up for you, okay? Have an amazing day. I can't wait to see you guys around.